Less than 48 hours after the defeat from the Yukon Huskies, Brad Underwood has landed his first piece of next year's team in Mercer forward Jake Davis. Let's talk about it. There's no such thing as an off season now in college basketball or in college sports to begin with. Essentially, Brad Underwood talked about it a little bit a couple days ago. How in the middle of prepping for the Elite Eight, he also had to be making phone calls to recruits. None of the schedule makes sense. For those of you not really paying close attention to this aspect of college athletics, this is the equivalent of NFL teams making free agent moves during the card round in the playoffs. It's just it doesn't make any sense, and well, lately nothing much with the NCAA has been making sense. So we'll see if they fix that in the future. But again, it was breaking news. I think it happened maybe 20 minutes ago. So I just want to throw up a quick video. We're going to be doing this basically. I'm going to try to be more aggressive with these videos. So if you want, up to the minute Illini video content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to do my best to, get my quick thoughts out right away. I know some of you are going to be wondering why we haven't done a post game after that UConn debacle. I'll just say we want to take a 24-hour relaxing period, and right now it's Austin's 1-year anniversary with the misses. So he's enjoying his evening today, and I'm going to, come here and try to hold things down for us while we're kind of managing in between time. First thought of the day, Jake Davis. I was watching some of his tape. I actually was told this was going to happen a couple days ago, but I thought we'd have a little more time than this. I didn't realize that Brad Underwood and staff were going to be as aggressive as they are. I thought it would happen this week, and I would have had more of a prepared video for this, but luckily I had been doing a little scouting of the guy just because I was told that this was going to happen. He's 6'6". He obviously played at Mercer last year, but he's from Indiana, so it's another Luke Goody type of story. Which I'm sure if we can get this guy to nail a couple threes against the Hoosiers in his career, it'll be fun, kind of hanging that one over their head again, as we've done with Goody. He averaged 9 points, 4.5 rebounds, and assists on 39% 3-point shooting. So you can kind of see if you watch the tape, and I think I kind of retweeted it. So follow me at IlliniCast if you want to see the clips that I'm talking about. Very much a catch and shoot guy. He really likes to go around screens, catch the ball, shoot a 3-pointer, and with potentially 5 scholarships open this offseason, I'm really excited about the get, our first get with Brad Underwood and bringing in Jake Davis. He's a longer guy. You can see Brad saw what worked with our team this past year, and that's just length and shooting. And Jake Davis is length and he's shooting. 6'6". Again, another big wing guy. If you take a look at our roster construction, at least as of now, obviously we don't know what's going to happen with the transfer portal ins and outs. Some of these guys might be leaving. We have Dane Danger. We have Nico Moretti, Sincere Harris, Ty Rogers. Those 4 guys who we hope will play key roles on the team next year. Again, I've heard all the same whispers as you. Some I'm allowed to say, some I'm not allowed to say. But as of now, let's just pretend they're all coming back. Those are 4 guys that aren't really shooters. And for that reason, you can see why Brad has made acquiring shooting and 3-point shooting such a priority right now. And I don't think we're done. Is Jake Davis going to be the best player that we acquire this offseason? I certainly hope not. But I think he's going to be capable of playing a key role, at least in our rotation. And check it out, Sam. Thank you for watching. Similar to Goody. I want to say that, but I don't want to be lazy in saying that too. You know what I mean? It's like Goody's, from what I've gathered, a slightly better rebounder. And I don't want to be lazy with that comparison, but I can see the similarities. I don't know what kind of rebounder Mercer is. That's something, again, in a future episode, while I do a little bit more of a deep dive and really get to talk to, maybe if I can find someone from Mercer to kind of talk about Jake Davis's game, I'll go more in depth with. But it's kind of a, I mean, it could be insurance for if Luke Goody decides to leave. We don't know, right? I mean, there were whispers halfway through the year. I think everything is kind of calmed down on that front, and I do fully expect him to come back in an Illini uniform next year. But they do. Luke Goody's more of a let me set my shot and shoot, whereas Jake Davis, he likes to run around. He's running around screens, very, you know, Ray Allen, Clay Thompson, Kerry Kittles, type from way back in the day. If you recall those players, I know again I'm aging myself a little bit with those comparisons, but again, I think it's a good first move. It's not going to be the big guy that we're going to get. There's obviously rumors about AJ Store out there. There's a rumor about you know Boswell from Arizona. He might possibly be entering the transfer portal, and that would be a huge potential guy for Brad and the staff to take a look at. But I think this is a good start. Again, we could have potentially five new guys next year, and so to have at least one of those spots filled right away makes all the sense in the world. And I'm not gonna. Okay, I'll just grade it. I'll just say maybe 7.5 out of 10. He's got 3 years left remaining, so he's only played 1 year in college basketball. So if things work out, I mean, take a look at this guy's body type. He looks like he can fill out a little bit more. So give him an off season or two with Fletch, and I'm not going to say he's not Domask. He's not a guy who at least from what I watched, takes the ball and kind of backs down his opponent. What he's going to do is, again, it's just for now hit threes. But with the scouting and the coaching that we have on this team, I think they're confident that they can develop Davis into a more all-around player who 2-3 years from now might be able to play that Domask booty ball type of role. Right now, if he can just play that spot up shooter, the Luke Goody role from last year, and hopefully this upcoming year, Luke Goody can kind of jump up a level and possibly be a starter, and then we can still have that shooting that he provided last year coming off the bench in Jake Davis. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Check it out. It says, how about a legit center? Yeah, with Coleman, announcing he's not coming back, we're going to have to replace size. Dane, I'll be completely honest, it's 50-50 from what I hear. I think, and I understand both perspectives. Dane is going to be playing his final year in college basketball, so he wants a big role on whatever team he plays. And let's be honest, Dane Danger, I think personally, I've said it. Some people might disagree. I think he can be a starting center on most of the teams in not. I would say the top 50 teams. I think he could start at center for a lot of those teams. But the way we play with a 5 out, it's just always been an awkward fit. So I hope we bring him back because again, he would qualm a lot of my worries about having the inside score. But if he decides to leave, I can understand if that's kind of best for both parties, if that makes sense. But that's it for now. Again, Austin and I will be recording a show talking about our thoughts about the Elite Eight drubbing that we got from the Huskies. It unfortunately went away I thought it could go, but still, I'm super proud of this team. I'm not really that upset anymore. I hope you guys aren't either, and I'll kind of gather my thoughts and explain more in depth, hopefully tomorrow. But again, if you want to keep up with all the breaking news, the offseason may have started for college basketball, but there's no off season for us. I'm going to, in particular, anytime there's any sort of breaking news, obviously we have the breaking news on the football side as well, but I'm going to actually record a more long form show about that this evening, possibly having a guest or two here to discuss this back and forth with. But again, if you're interested in that content, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on your way out. I would totally appreciate that. And I'll see you probably in a few hours.